Hi, I'm Jason Mingledorff. I teach saxophone at Loyola University, New Orleans. Today I'm going to be playing the first half of one of the Louisiana All-State Band audition pieces. This is the Ferling number 15, Largo Mesto. Here's some tips for preparing Ferling number 15, Largo Mesto. Now, Largo means slow, and one of the first things you need to remember is the 8th note gets the beat in this piece. A lot of times we're used to a quarter note, but it's the 8th note at 92 beats per minute, so it is very slow. Now, Mesto means sad and melancholy. If you put a nice, even, smooth vibrato on your notes, that can help warm up your sound and give a little bit of that expressiveness to get those emotions of sadness and melancholy in your piece. One thing you really want to strive for is a very even tone, so that each note has the same timbre and the connection of the notes is very smooth. Now, one great thing about this piece is the phrases are very clear. There's rests at the end of most phrases, or they give you a breath mark when to breathe. So your goal is to play through the whole phrase without taking a breath. If you have to take a breath in the middle of the phrase, one thing I suggest is that you don't do it right on the bar line. I know it seems like that's a good place to take a breath, but actually there's a lot of musical moments happening usually from measure to measure. So breathing on that bar line often is not the best place you can take a breath if you have to. Now, one of the great things about this piece is it has a lot of dynamic contrast for you to show off your control of the saxophone and of dynamics. It goes from pianissimo to forte. There's lots of decrescendos and crescendos. Now, the number one thing you can do to help you have control over that is practice long tones. And you're probably wondering, well, what is that? There's a lot of ways to do it. One of the most effective and simple ways, if you just start by playing a note as soft as you can, you steadily increase the volume for about 8 beats, and then you decrease it for the same amount of time, about 8 beats. You play it with a tuner, so you make sure you stay in tune the whole time. And after you do that, you go up to another note and do the same thing. You can work your way all the way up the horn this way. If you do this for about 10 minutes a day, it doesn't take long, but about 10 minutes a day, within weeks you're going to notice a huge difference in your ability to control the dynamics and the evenness of the tone on all your notes on the saxophone. One other thing is, as you're playing these phrases, a lot of people have the tendency to put a little breath accent as they start each note. This is actually a technique that a lot of jazz musicians use to good effect in that style. But in this style, it really kind of takes away from the overall line. So as you're playing these lines, I want you to think more about where the notes are going and not each individual note. Anyway, I hope these are helpful, and good luck with your audition.